Hi, I keep being asked about bioidentical hormones. How do they work? How early in life can we benefit from using them? And how late in life? Are they safer and more effective than synthetic HRT or other pharmaceutical drugs that go on being prescribed for things like depression and thyroid and cancer and heart conditions? Since Passage to Power, my biggest book on natural menopause, was first published, the suppression of truth about the value of natural hormones has been violently ignored. This is not surprising, since Big-Pharma now exerts almost total control over the medical community, the FDA, and the mainstream media. In the next few weeks, I'll be covering natural alternatives and giving you information about the powerful blessings you can experience from using bioidentical hormones. Now, this information is so rich and vital that it may take me 3 or more weeks to bring all of this to you on our Sacred Truth videos. I'll tell you all about the health-changing, often even life-changing bioidenticals, which the majority of medical doctors, even many practitioners of integrative medicine, still often know little about. Okay, let's get started. For the past 30 years, synthetic hormones have unleashed vicious monsters on men and women of all ages. Together with increasingly dangerous chemicals and pesticides that now riddle our foods and environment, synthetic hormones continue to create serious deficiencies in any body's natural hormonal interactions. Used over time, as most are these days, these drugs bring about deficiencies in essential nutrients as well, from magnesium and vitamin D3 to zinc, selenium, vitamin C, and many more that are vital to good health. None of this destruction takes place if you choose to use bioidentical hormone therapies. They rely on a combination of natural thyroid hormones, human growth hormones, DHEA, natural testosterone, natural estrogens, and many others. Natural hormones can bring great blessings, provided, of course, they've been chosen and prescribed by well-trained practitioners who are knowledgeable about the fundamental principles of good medicine. Sadly, most conventional doctors who continue to prescribe synthetic drugs do not understand these principles. This is why they go on selling synthetic hormones to their patients. They have little idea of the way our biology works. You see, they don't realize, for instance, that injured tissues will heal themselves with nutrients and natural hormones. They do not know that receptors on our cell membranes have long evolved to be able to support the body's own rich symphony of natural hormones. Nor do they know that human cell receptors have no way of adapting to the synthetic molecules that are continually bombarding people's bodies through synthetic pharmaceutical drugs. No wonder synthetics can wreak havoc with a patient's body and undermine its ability to heal itself. Anyway, enough of the bad news. Now for the good news. Although conventional medicine is always slow to change, the interest in the use of natural bioidentical hormones has been steadily rising as a result of the failure of conventional drug treatments, and the damage to patients' health continues. Physicians that conscientiously search for safer alternatives are beginning to investigate bioidentical natural hormones as being far less dangerous and far more effective ways of healing patients. Anyway, what are bioidentical hormones? Well, most often they're made from substances in plant products that closely mimics our body's own natural hormones. Not only can bioidentical hormones restore hormonal balance to a body at just about any age, these bioidenticals working together can promote optimum health as well. They can be used to treat all sorts of chronic illnesses too: PMS, heart disease, autoimmune disorders, chronic fatigue and menopausal troubles, fibromyalgia, thyroid issues, and many, many more. There is no better support for your body's own natural production of hormones, then supplying it with a carefully prescribed collection of bioavailable hormones. These hormones can offer all sorts of wonderful gifts for health and healing. A carefully tested combination of appropriate natural hormones can dramatically improve your health. Older patients, including myself, report that after taking the right combination of natural hormones, they can look and feel 20 to 30 years younger. Really? Here are just a few of the conditions that bioavailable hormones improve and can often cure: Crohn's disease, endometriosis, intransigent obesity, which is so widespread these days, infertility, chronic fatigue syndrome, recurring infections, ulcerative colitis, headaches, and migraines. They slow down and they can even reverse signs of aging, including loss of mental clarity and poor muscle tone, wrinkling, and lots of other conditions, which the world still looks upon as negative changes that most people believe accompany getting older. Many patients who arrive in a doctor's office complaining of being unwell discover that just changing over to natural hormones dramatically improves their condition. Natural hormones work best when they are used in combinations. Self-prescribed individual hormones, such as DHEA, which you can buy over the counter in many countries, are not the way to go. To restore your system to a genuinely balanced condition, you need to use a combination of various natural hormones since they work synergistically with each other. These need to be carefully chosen and prescribed by a practitioner well-versed in the art of re-establishing that hormonal symphony that best supports a body, whether it be male or female. The hormones need to be given in what are called pharmacologic doses. They begin with a small enough amount of each hormone that does not cause the body to cease production of its own capacity to make innate hormones. Natural hormones used inappropriately can do harm. You really need to be under the care of a skilled healthcare provider who will carry out simple but profound tests to establish your current physical state of health at the beginning, and then to design a program that makes use of exactly the bioidenticals that your individual body needs and the best dosages for you to begin your process. He or she may also use other natural products such as vitamins, minerals, and herbs, which bring wonderful support to your transformational process and help take you to a higher level of health, vitality, good looks, and well-being. You know what few people realize is that from the age of 30 onwards, the body's ability to produce the level of its own natural hormones begins to wane. By the time we reach 70, the level of hormones that the body is still producing are practically non-existent. This is why, no matter what your age, it is never too early and certainly never too late to begin your own natural hormone transformation. Okay, so this is my introduction to the bioidentical hormone story. In our next sacred video about natural hormone therapy, we'll examine more deeply what you need to know and how best to begin your own search for help if you decide to use them. I can't wait to share more of these truths with you. See you then.